Hello everyone. Today we will be looking another horrifying case. On April 5, 2021, Angela Bradbury, a 29-year-old woman, was arrested in Mason City, Iowa for trespassing at a car dealership. She was then taken to the county jail. She also had a drug abuse history. On April 6, 2021, Angela was released from Cerro Gordo County Jail in Mason City around noon. She attended her arraignment at 1:15 p.m. at the jail, and then she went to a friend's house from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Here she changed her clothes. This was her final sighting ever. Last accounts of Angela from her friends said that she left with a younger white male and was headed to St. Ansgar, Iowa. St. Ansgar is a small town about 35 miles east from Mason City in Mitchell County. This is the last known sighting of Angela. On April 7th, it was Angela's 30th birthday. Unfortunately, something terrible awaited her. On July 12, 2021, around 5:30 p.m., a St. Ansgar Middle School teenager found a human skull on a stick in the Mitchell County Cedar River Greenbelt Trail Park, which is about 7 miles from St. Ansgar and 5 miles from Osage, Iowa. The teenager immediately notified her mother, who notified Mitchell County Police. The Mitchell County Sheriff's Office responded to the scene and took custody of the skull. Many people were at the park, and Nathan Gilmore, age 23, of Osage, Iowa, formerly of St. Ansgar, was also at the park that day and were interviewed by police. The skull was sent to the state medical examiner, who could not immediately identify the gender of the skull. DNA later confirmed the skull was that of a female. On February 2, 2022, the family of Angela Bradbury reported her as a missing person to the Cerro Gordo County Sheriff's Office. The family reported that they had not had contact with Bradbury since April 2021. The family also provided DNA samples and dental records for Bradbury to law enforcement. On February 4, 2022, Cerro Gordo police released a statement asking for public help locating Angela. After the investigation, the dental records were used to positively match the skull found in Mitchell County to Angela. On April 5, 2022, the rest of Angela's remains were found at the Greenbelt Park. Medical examiners and a forensic anthropologist determined the manner of death to be homicide. On August 19, 2022, Gilmore was questioned by the Mitchell County Police. During this interview, Gilmore stated he was at Greenbelt Park the day Angela's skull was found. He was able to give an accurate description of the skull, but said it was due to rumors around town and social media reports. During the same interview, Gilmore changed his story and told police that he picked up a woman near the Cerro Gordo County Jail on a Tuesday after a court hearing. He described a woman that matched Angela's description. He confirmed that the woman was probably Angela. He stated that he drove her to a house in southern Mason City and left her there. Gilmore said that he ate lunch and then went back to work as if nothing had happened. Later, during additional questioning, Gilmore changed his story and told police he picked up Angela at the jail, drove her 5 blocks, and then dropped her off at a vague location in Mason City. He declined Angela left Mason City with him. He stated he then returned to St. Ansgar, had lunch at his parents' before returning to work at Casey's for 5 hours. Police would obtain records that showed on August 26, 2021, a boyfriend of an ex-girlfriend of Nathan Gilmore would receive a text message from Gilmore stating, "You'll be looking like the body they found outside Mitchell." Records obtained by police would show on April 6, 2021, Nathan clocked into work at 7:03 a.m. and out at 12:01 p.m. GPS records of Gilmore's Facebook account, however, placed him at the Greenbelt River Trail Park crime scene, and a subsequent search of his residence turned up even more disturbing evidence. A drawing was found affixed to a whiteboard in Gilmore's living room. This drawing depicted a satanic goat's head in the shape of a pentagram with what appeared to be blood spatters drawn on it. Written on the drawing, next to the goat head, were the numbers 4-06, 0590 foot and 43.3, -92.8. Authorities interpreted 04-06 as the date Bradbury was murdered and 43.3, -92.8 as an abbreviated GPS coordinate for Greenbelt River Trail Park. Gilmore was arrested on August 19, 2022, and charged with first-degree murder. Gilmore decided to plead guilty to second-degree murder back on August 17, more than 2 years after Bradbury's skull was found. On Monday, Gilmore was sentenced to 5 decades behind bars. He must serve at least 35 of those years in prison before he becomes eligible for parole. Shockingly, according to that report, Gilmore said before his sentencing date in court that he felt nothing at all about the murder, which came easy to him and wasn't even the worst thing he's done in life. "I met someone, I stabbed her in the neck, and went back to work," Gilmore was quoted in the pre-sentence investigation. "I never even knew her name until she was reported missing. I don't really feel anything about it. It was easy and not the worst thing I've ever done." Angela's father, Tim Bradbury, says, "You did not stab my daughter in an act of self-defense or even rage, but to feed your own sadistic appetite. I will forever live with the fact that your face was the last face she ever saw, that tears the last emotion she felt. You killed my child and then went home like nothing happened. The head that I kissed goodnight hundreds of times. The head her mom placed her hand on to feel for a fever. The head of which the most perfect, mischievous smile would creep. The head her beloved dog Batman licked with enthusiasm," Bradbury says. "You took it and placed it on a spike in an attempt to appease the devil inside of you. How could anyone do that? How could any decent person sleep with that on their conscience?" And later Gilmore was taken to the jail. And that's all for today. For more true stories, please do subscribe my channel. Comment down below if any true stories you want me to cover.